We are. We're different. We start
We're
every
different.
episode with a
With a
song.
song. And what song is that?
Mancha.
Wow, listen to that falsetto. I definitely set you up. I was like, I want you
did.
to
I was
sing.
like, oh
I'm not
God.
going to.
I know. And then I was like, damn, it's too early for me to be singing right now, honey.
Got him.
Also, got him. I also I'm like, I guess that song's okay.
What?
It's not my fave. I'm surprised that that's the one that went number one for her. I really am.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
like, where Justice for Espresso? This was supposed to be her espresso.
What did Espresso come out as? Like, what
I
was
think it was 2.
number 2?
And
Wow.
listen, honey, I always have to go
That's
number 2 after an
crazy.
espresso too. So like, makes sense.
Oh my God, me too, honey. Twice, actually. 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. That's the deal you can get at Wendy's, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love that deal.
Dad, oh my God. Wait, didn't you order an espresso when we were in Disney? Did I make that up? I feel like we were
I
somewhere and
probably
you got a
did.
little.
Girl,
I
it's
feel
so
like
crazy.
I remember you getting one, a little
I
demi
probably
toast.
did.
I'll just have a little espresso.
Listen, it's so bad. Caffeine really doesn't even do anything for me anymore.
Well, I'm
I'm just,
fully taking
I'm fully immune.
2 and 3 times a day. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
I need
so
the morning,
bad.
I need the midday. I'll even have one in the afternoon or evening. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Yesterday after
See
work,
this
I
man walking
literally
down the street, wouldn't say a thing.
wouldn't say a thing. Wouldn't know that man. I literally went to the gym yesterday after work, and after the gym, I was like, damn, just to stay up and eat dinner and watch Love Island, I need a Celsius. And I drank a full Celsius, was passed out on the couch by 10 o'clock. I
Yeah,
just
that's the other
cannot,
thing. I'm like, it does not affect me
it just
at
does
all.
not affect me. That's not
Nope.
good. That's not good. I
But also,
know.
it's inevitable.
It's inevitable. Oh my God. Speaking of which, Rod and I literally watched Camp Rock this week.
Wow.
That's the first time I think I've ever actually watched it. I knew the music.
Big Demi Lovato guy.
Wow. It was something.
Jonas Brothers. Just
something.
Nick Jonas? Just Joe Jonas.
Well,
Both
the Jonas
Jonases?
Brothers are all in it, but not there. He's the star. They just, the other two,
Joe
Nick and
Jonas.
Kevin, just come in at various intervals of the movie.
Right. And this is his flat ironed hair era.
It's
right?
so bad.
Nice.
It's so horrible.
But isn't it 2009 or something? 2010?
2008. Yeah, 2008.
Yeesh.
But I will say, you know what is crazy? Demi Lovato really should have been that her talent in that movie.
Oh, I've always said that. Her vocals are there.
Her vocals are there.
It's just the other aspects that are just insufferable.
I feel like I have nothing against her. I saw her, matter of fact, on the 4th of July 2 years ago. She had a free concert in Philly. And I went with our good friends Michelle, Michaela, Dom, and my boyfriend. We had a grand old time.
What did she sing? Put fences up, 'cause I don't want to fall in love.
Yes, she did. I'm pretty sure. I feel like she sang "This Is Me." This is
sure.
This is me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she sang it. I feel like
you know what's not great? Her cover of "Let It Go" that plays in the credits of Frozen.
My God, she's screaming. She's screaming,
Horrible.
Honey.
Horrible.
I mean, so was Adina. She was screaming too, but
Yeah, it's definitely a squeeze those butt cheeks to hit those high notes, honey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was, to quote Miley, it's the climb.
It is the climb. Speaking of Miley, did you listen to her new album?
I didn't. I feel like I should. I've heard mixed reviews. Okay. I've heard that it's fine.
There are aspects of it that I really enjoy, and then other aspects that I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
There's a couple really good songs, but then there's a few that I'm just not into at all.
I want to get your take, having listened to it. I heard an assessment that was it's interesting to release this timed for summer because it feels like it's more of a fall album. I would rather listen to this in September, October, going into cozy season rather than summertime, poolside bops.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything is better in the fall, to be honest, every album. So I could see that. I just I love a Halloween, dancey album, spooky.
Yeah.
I like to dance during Halloween season. It's when I come alive.
Zombie boy. Yeah.
Zombie boy.
Yeah. There Will Be Blood by Kim Petras. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God, all of Kim Petras, literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could see that assessment kind of being true, but
make an assessment.
Make an assessment. I'm all Greg. Yeah, I will say I like the song with Naomi Campbell. I'm not sure if you heard that song, but that
No,
you should listen to it. There's a lot of talk singing in it, which
sure.
I enjoy in this song because it's
Who
literally
doesn't?
Naomi Campbell singing it, and it's like she
Singing.
speak yeah, singing, yeah. It's like she's got the perfect friend, or she speaks the perfect French. She's got the perfect I wanna say stench, but it's literally like scent.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, "Wow, she's
You're
got
like, is
that
this
perfect
AI?
stench."
Who is this?
It sounds like AI. It probably
Maybe it
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Neat. Neat.
Yeah.
Well, that's really
Real neat.
cool.
And then Lord's new album,
Wow. Yep. I know. So much culture.
it's better than I thought it would be. I listened to it a
Okay.
few times yesterday.
Nice.
Didn't love her singles, but, like, in the context of the album, I
Okay.
don't know. It's cute.
Yeah, I got some catching up to do. I got some catching up
Yeah,
on
you
the
do, girl.
girlies.
Well, you historically just listen to your same old
And
so
I'm proud of it. If it ain't broke, honey,
that's true.
what's
Venus.
wrong with that?
Venus. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, but who has the last laugh in the end? Sorry to be an arbiter of good taste. And to anyone listening at this point, you're welcome. Like, you are
Period.
welcome. I
Period.
mean, not to be such a tourist, but like,
Go
it's so
stream
hard being correct all the
Go
time.
stream Venus by Lady Gaga
Venus. Yeah,
on Spotify.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. Speaking of correct opinions,
I know where you're going with this, and I'm here for it.
really do tell, do tell.
I feel like you're about to be like, correct opinion, Disney is better than Universal.
You said it. No, but that was a great segue.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm going with this app because I'm like, the more I sat
Truly.
on it, the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, we've had a little bit of distance
a little bit of
after
distance.
we got ourselves back to God's country and we really thought about it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So, for those who've been loyal listeners, you know that we just got back from our trip to Walt Disney World and
Hmm.
Universal Orlando Resort, which is the official name. People love to call it Universal Studios Orlando. I'm like, it's not.
That's not it. It's
It's
Universal
Universal
Orlando
Orlando
Resort.
Resort
Yes.
TM.
Hmm. TM.
But we went to both back to back. And I think we did do it in the correct order. We went
We
to
did.
Epic Universe first, and then we closed out at Disney. So if you listened to last week's episode, we did a whole recap on our day at Epic. We had a great time,
Loved
honestly.
it. I mean, it was great. It was
Um,
great. Don't get me wrong.
no regrets, literally no
No
regrets.
regrets.
No regrets. We did have a nice time. However, then going immediately to Disney afterwards, we were like, oh right, okay, yes, I'm feeling centered. I feel like my like chi is back to where it needs to be or whatever. Like I'm aligned. And so this week's app, we're gonna really just focus on like that day because we did something look
Look,
crazy, us
crazy,
crazy
crazy girl.
girls.
We
Yeah,
got so much done in one day. I felt
it's
like that was like
incredible.
it was literally like 3 days packed into one, but honestly, I feel like the way we paced it and the way it flowed, like I was like, "This was great. It was easy."
Yeah, I didn't even feel like it was crazy. And like,
Yeah,
let that lesson be a lesson to you all. Like, honestly, if you can get your pacing down, you really can accomplish a
a
lot
lot
in a day
in a
there.
day. Yeah.
Like,
I
it's
mean,
not even that hard.
we are seasoned veterans, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was
But
pretty
that's what I'm
easy
saying.
for
That's
us
why
to
you need to
plan,
listen.
but that's true.
Stick around and pay attention, kids. You
Pay
might learn
attention.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. So, high level, we did all four parks in one day. And we did a lot of like really
New
solid
things.
experiences. We did new stuff. We got to hit some like very big like marquee attractions. We did like the highlights that you like want to see and do. We had like good food. We saw shows. We, rode some like big deal rides. We did a lot and still had time for like a not insignificant siesta break in the
We
middle of the day
literally
too.
went in the pool for, like, an hour in the middle of the day.
Yeah. So like it can be
Period.
done.
It can be done.
Yeah.
It can be taught.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, let's get into it. So, we're coming off the heels of our epic day, which ended. If you didn't listen to last week's episode,
It
make a
ended on
point
a
to do
sour
that.
note.
Sure did. That's the
It ended
nicest
on a
way you could
sour
put it.
note.
Uh,
Yeah.
so we like woke up excited to be like in Disney and like really do a Disney day that next morning. So we were hyped because we were meeting up with some dear friends of
Dear
ours.
friends.
Yeah, it was so fun. So we got to meet up. With Lauren and Athena, which was very cool. Some Disney small shop friends of ours in the parks, and
Icons.
we met them
Legends.
like bright and early. These dolls,
Literally
it's
at
like
8
7:30.
AM
Yeah,
sharp.
And here come you and I in like a full beat, like ready, dressed, like they were like dressed like
we were,
real people in the
yeah,
parks.
they
They
were
were like,
like,
yeah, we're in
and
like
we were like,
athleisure. And we were like fully turning a look with like a full cake face, like hair
yeah,
done. Yeah.
literally,
They were
hair
like,
done,
wow,
nails
you're
done.
really ready. Yeah.
They're like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Um,
So we met up
yeah,
with
that was
them
fun.
at
And then we got right
we
on Flight of Passage. Like no time to even like talk. We were just literally like, okay, let's get in line.
well, we're here.
Well, we're here.
Yeah. Well, listen, I always say, like, especially as gay people, it's our God given right to be running late at any given time. And we did catch the tail end of our pre scheduled lightning
We
lane
did.
because we were running behind.
Listen,
But listen, it's Pride Month. So it was very, like,
yeah, give us
move
a
on
pass.
gay.
Give us a pass.
It's actually illegal to, like, disagree with gay people during Pride Month. So, like,
Period.
facts. So, yeah, we were, like, hauling ass to
The
to
ladies.
Animal Kingdom first thing in the morning, which is correct. I think that's what you do. You go there first. It's a good park to like start the day on. But like we got in, we're like immediately just like going straight to Pandora, and they were standing outside of Flight of Passage, like waiting for us. Now,
Like,
this is momentous for me personally because I famously have discussed on this pod many times. I had never done it, and I was horrified, honey. I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot. I'm like stressed.
she
And
was
especially
shaking in
adding
those
to the
boots, huh?
stress was like, we're running late. We have to get on it right now. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is always good. This is really how you want it to be. So we're like walking through the line, and I'm like feeling my anxiety building. And I'm like, oh, God, this is really going to be something. And reader,
And
it was.
it was.
Yeah, so
I
we're like getting
thought
through there. Like I didn't know what to expect. Like you have to fill me in because you'd done it before, but I'm like I don't know how much of that pre-show was off. Like something felt off in the pre-show, but I didn't know how much of it was like the story and how
they
much of it was
definitely had
real.
like a delay in the pre-show, and it was like giving, we'll be right back. Just hang on 1 second. Like, and like
Yeah,
there was
because we were
definitely
waiting for
some
like great
loading and
value Sigourney
unloading.
Weaver to
Yeah.
like give her
Uh-huh.
spiel, and I was
Diet
like,
Sigourney Weaver, yes. Uh-huh.
yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah. Um, yeah, there was definitely like loading and unloading issues going on behind the scenes, but so we were like in the pre-show for quite a long, a long time. So
Also,
the
anxiety
intensity,
just building.
I was gonna say the intensity was definitely building the anxiety for you. For me, I was just like, girl, you have nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, I was wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I'm literally getting nauseous talking about it. Even just reliving this, I'm like, I might hurl. My like lizard brain is going back to like how it felt in that moment, and I'm like literally feeling anxious and shaky. Now granted, I did just drink a large iced coffee and two beta
Two
blockers, but
beta blockers, great.
yeah, but like it was a lot. Yeah, we like finally got to get on the ride after what felt like an eternity, and they again, the last thing that really like sold me on like, oh, this is going to be intense was like they make such a point to tell you before you get
This
on.
is
They're like,
intense.
yeah, they're like, if anybody experiences motion sickness during the 4.5 minute flight, you will not be able to get off the ride. And I was like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. And like Lauren's there with me being like fellow anxiety survivor. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's going to be okay. It'll be fine.
No, she was nervous too. You were both freaking out.
Yeah. And you and Athena were both like, yeah, this is going to be so fun. I was like, oh my
We were
God.
like, it's
Okay.
nothing. It's easy.
She was like, you've done Soren. I'm like, this is not Soren.
And it's
It's
not.
not.
Spoiler
It's
alert, it's
not at
not.
all.
No.
So we like get on whatever, and I mean truly like how do I even spell this out? From like the second it starts with the like strobe lights and then you take off to the second we landed, I was like, I'm truly seconds away from throwing up. I was so anxious, shaking like a
Okay.
leaf, and unbelievably nauseous
To
the
be
whole
honest,
time.
and honestly, like I totally understand where you were coming from because something was off. Like I don't know if it was the location of where we were on the screen. My 3D glasses were giving me double vision, so I was like, I'm feeling a little like, so I could only imagine how Eric is feeling, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of rough. And I love that ride, but something was definitely off. I feel bad that that was your first experience with it, but like when
I
it
don't. I
first,
never have to do it again. It's fine.
oh, I'm so sad. Like I really thought you were gonna love it.
You thought wrong.
You thought wrong.
Listen, I'm not knocking the ride itself. This is a very like personal thing. I'm not trying to say like that ride's trash and whatever. If you like it, you're dumb. No, it's not that. I'm like, I get conceptually how it's cool. I get how I'm not a big Avatar girly, but if you're like super into Avatar or whatever, like totally, it is immersive. It's fun. Like if you're into thrills like that, if motion simulators don't bother you, like all of those things, I
Mhm.
appreciate how others think it's cool. It's just like extremely not for me. I was like, Lauren was like, yeah, I looked over at you at one point, your eyes were just like squeezed shut and you were like looking down. I was like, yeah, I was like focusing on
And
my
you were a little
breathing, trying
green.
not to faint.
Yeah.
I was truly like looking down, trying to like be like, okay, how long do you think it's been? 30 seconds? Okay, 4 minutes left. So
Are you
bad.
okay? You look a little gray.
He had a lot of that gray kind of
That
chicken and
gray
that
chicken.
weird lamb. Nope, I feel fine.
Yeah.
I feel fine. Actually, I'm hungry and I wish that I had a snack. Yeah.
What did she give her?
Horrible.
A freaking
Jordan
like
almonds.
Joy Jordan. She's like
Yeah, the way she eats it, she's like, you can hear it
like
like crunching just
sweat
in
pouring down her face.
very front of her mouth. Every time the camera cuts back to her, her makeup's like running even more. Her hair is like dripping on her chest. You could see like beads of sweat like pouring down. She was like a sweat stain in her
The
cleavage.
best. That is the
She's like,
best scene in
that's
any
literally
movie
how I
ever.
felt getting off that ride. And you know, again, because Lauren was like, do you want a ginger chew? I have some in my bag. I was like, gimme.
Honestly, those ginger chews were fabulous, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was good. It like ripped my non-existent fillings out, but it did help. I was like, I felt started to feel a little bit like more myself. And then what did we do? Immediately went and had some food,
Did we? Oh yeah, we went to the lounge. Nomad
which was
Lounge.
amazing. That was if you can
Incredible.
believe, a first for me. I can't believe I'd never been there.
I believe it was a second or third for me, but
It
I
was
love it.
awesome.
It's great. The
Beautiful,
food is
incredible vibes.
fantastic.
Incredible
Vibes are
vibes.
great.
Like so
Drinks
nice.
great.
And for someone who really appreciates like a bougie Disney experience, like oh, I was like, oh, I will be returning. Like I can't believe it took me this long to ever go there. I didn't know the whole lore either. Like people were lining up to like rope drop that thing, like because it
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
open till 10 or something.
10:30 or 10:10. Yeah, I don't
So
know.
people were like waiting out in line out front and everything. So we're hanging out and vibing and stuff. We got in. We had our server was from South Philly, I think, which was cool. So we
But
were like,
yeah,
hey, like fam, the food was excellent. We had a really nice like sampling of things on the
mhm.
menu, and as you do
Nice
in Disney,
cheese.
had a cocktail like 10 in the morning. It's like a gin cocktail at 10 a.m. I was like, why
Had some
not?
lights glowing in it. A
Yeah, they
nice
had the
like
little
lotus
like light up
flower.
lotus. Yeah,
That's
and they were
cute.
like, you can take that home, and we're like,
I
oh,
was
we
like,
should take it. And then I was
no.
like, I don't want to carry this sticky thing around in my bag all day. What is this?
You
Get
know.
off of me. How long has that been
Ah,
there? Yeah. No, but it was nice. I mean, we were just
it's really
vibing in the
nice.
AC. We had a really nice view. We were like in a corner and a little soft seating, which I also appreciate. Like true lounge vibe, which I think is cool. Like I like when you go to a restaurant and they call it a lounge and it's like actually loungy, where it's like we were on a couch.
No,
Like
we were
they
on
were
a
in like
couch,
armchairs. Like it was nice.
armchairs, a nice like coffee table as your table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
I love it. It was so cool because Lauren was like actively just seeing people coming and going wearing her
Wearing her
merch.
Yeah, it was
It was
so
so
cool.
cool. Like, especially us, we were fangirling over Lauren. We're like, you're a celeb. Like, look at all these
You're
people. People
low-key
came over to
famous.
our table and they were like, oh my God, you make these shirts? That's so cool.
It was so cool.
Um, so it was awesome to just see like Main Street tourists out in the wild. It was
Lit.
very cool. Yeah, it was
Loved
awesome.
it.
And so we were hanging out there for a while. And then after that, I think you and I kind of like wrapped it up. We got a little content quick before we left. We were
We
doing some
definitely went
stuff.
on Expedition Everest.
Oh my God, how did I forget? Did we do Everest immediately after that or before that?
I think we might have I
Maybe
don't
before that.
remember.
I
I
think
think
we
we
did
did it
Everest right
before.
after Flight of
Yeah,
Passage.
and then we went back to Nomad, maybe.
Yeah, because I'm
I think
putting the
that's what we
timeline
did.
together and I'm like, we were on Flight of Passage at like 7:38 in the morning and we didn't get into Nomad till like 10. So we
Yeah,
fully
so
did
we
Everest
definitely
in
did another
between.
ride in
Yeah.
between and
Fun.
walked
We went
around
on
for a little bit.
Everest.
Great.
Always a good time. Truly a
Always a blast.
great coaster, like platonic ideal, just intense enough, still hits every time. Really fun visuals.
It's amazing.
And did we do single rider? I can't remember. No,
No.
because we ended up sitting together. It was just a
There
short
the
wait, I
line is
guess.
never the line is never that crazy for Everest,
It
at
was great.
least
And I
for me.
love that queue too. I love like
It's so
walking through
great.
all of I mean, it's really immersive.
It's very immersive.
Yeah, so it was fun. We did that and then we went to Nomad. Right, right, right.
Mhm.
And then after Nomad, we went to the Tree of Life. We got some content and pics.
You
We checked out the
picked.
Pride mural over, which is
We
very
did.
cute in Animal Kingdom. Did some shopping because hot take, like some of the best shopping on Disney property is on
Animal
Discovery
Kingdom.
Island. The
My
Discovery
first Spirit
Outpost.
jersey, fun fact, my first Spirit jersey, not this one, but like the Disney World version of this one, was purchased at Animal Kingdom.
Period. Yeah.
That was like when they first came out, and I was like, oh my God. And
Yep.
now they're literally everywhere. But
Yep. Island Mercantile, that spot, like those two stores that are like on either side of, the
like
Tree
the
of Life, like
main,
in the
yeah,
front. Really solid shopping there. Great clothing selection, really solid stuff that honestly you can't find anywhere else. And I'm talking even like World of Disney and Disney Springs. Like they have just like solid, good stuff. Good
really good
pin
merch. They had that
selection if you collect pins.
all that Fantasia merch. So good.
Yeah, the Fantasia collection that's out right now is really solid.
Really
It's
good.
good.
Oh, did you see my mug?
Cute. What is that? Hearts?
I think, yeah. And it
Fun.
says love Mickey. Love Mickey.
Love
Love
Simon.
Mickey. Love Simon.
Yep. Very cute. Yeah, so we did that. And then after that, we took a bus over to Hollywood Studios because we had very important business to attend to at Hollywood Studios because there were two brand new shows that we were trying to catch
And
before it got to
honey,
be the heat of the day.
we caught them both.
We did. And I'm so
Spoiler.
glad that we did. And I also think that we did it in the proper order. So we started with the Little Mermaid show, the voyage of the Little Mermaid Ariel's undersea adventure, if
Part
that's the
two.
ride.
Yeah.
Whatever the show is
Take
called.
two. The
The
voyage.
Little Mermaid's
Yeah.
Sea Show Adventure, Ariel and Triton's beginning. I
Seahorse,
don't
sea
know what it
hell.
is.
Seahorse, sea hell.
Stilts.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Walk Down Man, the
Barge.
walkway. Yeah. Yeah.
Drinking out
Interesting
of cups.
situation. Like, I don't really understand how that works. So we were trying to time it because we were like, we knew that the villain show is every half hour on the half hour all day. And then the Little Mermaid show, they don't have stated start times. It's just like from 9 to 4 or whatever, nine
Yeah.
to seven.
And
I don't know.
we did wait longer than I thought we were gonna wait for that. I was like, why are we standing here for so long?
It's clear that they have timed schedules, so I don't know why they don't just say like the shows are at 10, 11, 12, 1. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So strange thing, Disney fix that. Just tell people when the shows actually are. Especially if you're doing it for one, why not do it for both? It doesn't make sense. But it's also weird because there's like a queue, so you have to like queue up, but then you wait in the like pre-show area separate from where the outside line is. You and I just got into that one, and then there were people behind us that were like waiting outside that
Outside,
didn't
and it
even
was
get
hot.
into our show.
Oh, it was hot.
Strange situation. I was like, okay, whatever. So we waited for quite a while, but we did finally get into the theater to see it.
We were in like the
What are your
second row.
thoughts? We were right there.
I think there were aspects that were really good and aspects that I was like, eek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say, let's start with the positive. I thought
Okay.
that our Ariel was
Incredible.
excellent.
Her voice,
Spot on.
she was spot on. She was amazing.
Her like mannerisms, her like little quirks and like physicalities, her personality vibe, her voice like affect, it was giving like Jodie Benson in 1989. Like she was giving like, Daddy, I love him, like teenage girl. That all
the
of that,
talent,
she was in it.
The talent was there. Like I was like, if for nothing, like that's the thing. It's like honestly, I feel like the people involved, the actors, the puppeteers, whatever. Like they were incredible. They ate. It was the visual aspects that were not human that I was literally like, what is this? And it
Yeah.
was all like basically all the technology, like all of like the like projections. I was like, it looked literally like Barbie's Nutcracker, like
Yeah.
animation. Like it
Yeah.
was like
It was like
not
CGI,
good.
but from like 2002. Like it was like
It was
the very
giving
first CGI that ever CGI. Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yeah.
Yes. Disney Junior.
Disney Junior.
Yeah.
Which I
Very that.
maybe that's fine because it is probably for little kids and not 35-year-old adult men, but
Yeah.
isn't
Isn't it? Isn't the Little Mermaid
Isn't
for
it
that?
though? I mean,
Yeah.
it's inevitable.
Arguably. Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's interesting because it's just a little I guess I see what they were trying to do because they were trying to find a way to bridge the gap between like the puppets that are obviously cartoony looking and then the real actors of which there are only two. It's just Ariel and
Yeah.
Eric, and Eric barely even speaks. He doesn't sing. All the other characters are either puppets or CGI. So Triton is like fully CGI, Ursula's a puppet, like Sebastian's
CGI.
both. Yeah. So it's like I guess they were trying to find a way to make a visual language that sort of like split the fence between the real things and the like whatever. I don't know that it was successful. And when I say I
I
don't know, I mean
think
I don't think it was successful. But
when I say I don't know, it wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah, I think they could have, like, brought it up, like, a couple levels.
yeah,
It was, like, very, like, jarring at
yeah.
times.
Yeah. I also felt similar to how I feel about Phantasmic. It was like really loud and like really
Very
scary at
loud.
a couple points where I was like, if I was a child, like we're talking about this catering to children, right? Like, hence the visuals, I would have been like, this is like, cover your
A
ears.
little
It's
scary.
scary.
Yeah,
Like, it was like very, very noisy. I was like, wow, okay. Especially all the stuff with Ursula on the end. I was like, whoo. Show is insanely short. It's like 15 minutes, maybe.
yeah. I
And
think they
so to
both are. Yeah,
condense the entire plot down to that time is really tough. There's a lot of, I mean, they're just keeping it moving.
yeah.
I mean, I guess they do that with all of them. The Beauty and the Beast show is like that too. Like
Yeah,
they
it's
really just
interesting.
like,
I'm surprised that, like, Disney World never did, like, a Hyperion theater in DCA level, like,
yeah, like a full
show
production,
production. Yeah, because those are, like, an out like, I think they are, like, an
a
hour.
real show,
It's like a real show. Maybe it's a little shorter than that,
like
but
40 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
like 40 minutes, but still,
yeah,
it's, like, right below Broadway level.
yeah. Yeah, I wish that there was something that they could have done to just like I don't know, give it a little more juice. And I will say my takeaway after having seen it was like it was cute because the Ariel was so good, but I remember being like, if the Ariel was off, if she was not giving, I would have been like, that was really bad. I'm like, so if there was one thing that was like important for them to nail, it was like the Ariel has to be like locked in, and she was. So I'm like, okay, the one thing they had to do, they did do. So I'm not mad about it. We had a nice
I
time. And
agree.
again, it's 15 minutes of your life. Like it's whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was not like I was totally happy we saw it still, I was, like, very happy,
Yeah.
like you said, the actor was really great, like, she was eating. Just to hear her sing, I was like, "That was worth it. It was worth it." It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And then we left there and whipped around to, back behind Rock and Roller Coaster to go see the new villain show. And again, correct order, because I do think it was better to end on the villain show, because in general, I think that the villain show was stronger. And it
Yeah,
was
I
just cool
agree.
because it was an
I
original
loved it.
concept.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Loved it. Loved it. Thought it was so fun. So let's get
So
into that.
fun.
Tell
Yeah.
me your thoughts. Go.
I just thought it brought, like, a level of you know, I think is, like, needed, like, especially, like, for a villain show, it could go, like, either way, but I think they, like, made it super, like, joyful, playful, like, jokey, like, it was really fun. It was fun to watch. I thought, like, the effects were really good, like, they had all the mirrors on the stage and, like, around the stage, and, like, I thought the
Yeah.
projection worked better in this type of show than, like, The Little Mermaid, in my opinion. Like, it looked cleaner. I thought the actors were also great in this show. Incredible.
Hmm.
Cruella was giving. Loved her.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought it was really fun, really great.
Yeah, I agree. The visuals were so strong. Absolutely loved the overall like design of the proscenium of the stage and then how they brought it out into the audience. I thought the projections were seamless. They did a really good job of like
Mhm,
changing the set around with the projections. I'm like, see,
mhm.
this is how it should be. Like, this is what projections get overused now, I think, and it's like an excuse for things. But I'm like, you can do it well if you're creative about it. And they did a really good job. Like, every time a new villain came out, they really did change the scope of the entire stage
Mhm.
with the same physical set pieces. My
Yes.
one complaint is I didn't love the like big, like, what's behind door number 3 box that they would roll out
Yeah,
constantly and
yeah,
move
yeah,
back and
and
forth.
then they would just, like, walk out of these doors, like, that
I feel
were
like that
yeah,
could have
that was the
been
only thing.
more clever. It was a little like clunky, I think. It just felt
Yeah.
like not as like slick and like elegant as the rest of the show, because I thought the rest of it was like very cool. The technology worked really seamlessly, and then this was very hokey, like community theater. It's like, and then we're gonna roll out a flat, and they're gonna stand behind it and then come out. I'm like, that was a little like, all right. But the visuals of the show itself were really fun. I thought the costuming was great. It's like very cool. It's like the characters, but like with a twist. It's a little like they, oomphed up their. It's like more than what you would see at like a parade or a meet and greet. The costumes were a little bit
Yeah.
more like,
It's like a
detailed.
playoff. You remember when they did those books, like the
Hmm.
villains books that were like
Hmm.
their origin stories? It was like giving
Yeah.
that vibe, like that artwork as well. Like,
Yeah. Hmm.
mhm,
Yeah, it was like definitely a little bit more, I don't know if sophisticated is the right word, but there was more detail to them. They had like,
yeah,
it wasn't flat and cartoony. Like, when you see Cruella in like a parade or a meet and greet, she's wearing like a plain black dress with like a white coat with like a red lining, and like that's it. And this one there was like texture to her
there was like
dress. There
lots
was
of
like
different
stones on
textures
it. It was
and
like
patterns
sparkly
and like, yeah,
detail. The makeup was really giving. The hair was giving. Her personality, like she was selling it, honey. She was
yeah,
giving. And it was fun that they made her song specifically a quick change number. I was like, yes, makes perfect sense.
great.
Like she's a fashionista. Like this is the time. So that was super fun and impressive. And then Hook comes out. I loved the hook. He really played up the like queer coding. It was super gay, which I also thought was really fun. It was like very funny. I love that they went all in, like prosthetic nose, like they really did it. I was like, yes, this is great. The whole bit with like TikTok, coming constantly, and like they did really fun stuff to like bring in the audience in the theater too, with the like they did the cannons that shot the smoke rings out.
Oh
They
yeah, that
had
was
the like
cool.
smoke bubbles,
Yep.
which were very cool. Like all of that was fun. And then yeah, like Maleficent in the end, she doesn't sing, but like she was giving like the characterization down, like the
Yeah.
voice, the acting.
Her
Like I was like,
costume was
oh, she's
also
spooky.
incredible, and, like, the way
Yeah.
they did the stage lighting for that section in particular, I was like,
Oh, it was
"That
good.
was really good."
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was good.
It was fun. I mean, truly, like, and I get why they did it, whatever, but like, there's only three actors in the whole show. There are other villains in it, sort of, but I'm like, I just want there to be more. Like, they have Hades
I
coming
wanted
at the end,
more.
they have
Yeah, I wanted
Jafar
more.
come in at the end. I'm like, give all of them. I want to see all of them out here, but,
I think
you know,
it's a cool concept that, like, I feel like they have the opportunity to change out the villains, like,
hmm
every so often, like, they could bring in another 3, like, I think that, like, they made the show in a way that's, like, easily interchangeable with, like, different villains and stuff, which I think is a smart idea. I liked it.
yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed the show. I would give it like a solid 8.5,
Me too.
9.
I would give it an
Yeah, I
8.
thought it was really good.
Yeah,
The Little Mermaid show, I'd give like a 6.5.
that's
I'm being
generous.
generous.
Actually, now that I'm, like, thinking about it, I'm like, a 5, 6, 5, I don't know.
Hater, certified hater. No, they were fun though, but we did do it in the right order because I think I'll just say this, similar to how we did Universal first and then closed at Disney. I think we did the right order by doing like Little Mermaid first and then ending with villains. I
Mhm,
just think it got stronger as it went on.
mhm.
Um,
Agreed.
and then by this point, it was like peak midday. It was like 1, 2 o'clock, which, as
We're
we've
like, "It's
said
hot."
repeatedly, Hollywood studios in the daytime, especially in the summer, is not that girl. You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta
You
go.
gotta go. Gotta go. So we took the Skyliner right back to our
Hopped off a
resort. We were
plane
staying
at
at
LAX.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly. So we were staying at Caribbean Beach, which one great advantage of that is being able to be back in your room in like literally door to door, like 10 minutes
Like,
from
I will
Hollywood
say,
Studios.
this was probably the most efficient, like, transportation experience at Disney I've ever had. I
Awesome.
feel like everything was just, like, working and hitting, and I was like, "We're getting here, we're getting there in, like, 5 minutes." I was just
Did
like,
it.
"Wow, this is so nice." Loved it.
Period. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was great.
awesome. Yep. So we took the time to get a little siesta in. So we went to the pool. The pool at the Caribbean Beach Resort is super fun. It's very like pirate, there's
Pirates of the
like,
Caribbean.
yeah,
Mhm. It was
it was
very
cool.
that.
We did the water slide a couple times, just once. I can't remember. But
Just
we did the
once.
water
We
slide.
started out on the water slide,
Right.
and then
Yep.
we
So we did
just
that for a while, hung out. It was so nice to be able to just take like a breather and
yeah.
truly like felt rejuvenated afterwards. I
Oh,
was like, I
yeah,
feel alive. Like,
it was really the smartest move we could have made.
yeah, it was the way to go.
Yeah.
So we got that in the middle of the day, change clothes yet again. Cause on top of all this, we have to add, we were changing for every park. Cause honey, what do you think? We're not going to have a fit for every park. Of course we are. So we were like, whatever. We got back in the pool. We like changed our clothes for the second half of our day, which were Epcot and MK. So then from there, back on the Skyliner again, an amazing thing. Loved being able to
An
just like beep boop
amazing
beep
thing.
beep beep.
It's the best thing ever. I literally hope that they just keep expanding it, like, all
It's
over.
awesome.
Like, it's
Yep.
the best thing.
Loved it. Where we were running late yet again, to meet up with the girls. We're like, we like got in and they're like, okay, we're ready. We're waiting for you at Guardians. We're like, awesome, we're almost there. Meanwhile, we're like at the station at the Skyliner. We
And we're
still have
like,
to get all the way to the International Gateway and then run all the way through the World Showcase and then still get to
but
Guardians. We're
high
like,
key, we made
we
good
might do it.
time. We
Oh
made
yeah,
good
we did it in
time.
like 10 minutes. It was
Yeah, it
crazy.
was crazy.
So we're like running from, not running, can't run in Disney, and I'm not ever trying to run
Ever.
ever.
Yeah.
Especially at Disney. It's just like, for what? So yeah, we got there, we made it through, and we like kind of worked our way through the World Showcase. We linked up with them outside of Guardians. We're having similar feelings that we did to Flight of Passage, where we were like, I'm starting to get really nervous. What if this is too intense? But unlike Flight of Passage, I've done
Girl, you've
Guardians
been
many
on it.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, it's fine. You can do it. It's just my fear with Guardians is that it's like, yes, I've done it many times, but it's also one of those things where it's like, yeah, but it's always way more intense than I remember. Like every time I do it, I'm
Fair.
like, oh, right. I forgot that it's like really intense.
I think it's like the perfect amount of intensity. I don't think it's like over the top intense. I love it. I just think it's the perfect ride, period. It's so fun.
So we got through, we were in line, we got through all the things. We go to get on the ride, and yeah, I mean, it was like pretty smooth. Like I was, the last time I tried to ride it when I was there a couple months ago, it broke down right before we got on and I never got to do it. So I was like nervous that that was going to happen again. Didn't happen. We got right on it. And then of course we were like, what's our song going to be? What do you think it's going to be? What are we going to get? And I felt like so lucky because I got a new one that I had never gotten, and arguably like the most coveted one. We got September, which
We
everyone
did.
like
Period.
S's their
Everybody
P
gags
over.
over. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
sure. But I loved it. It was
I
great.
mean, it's a good launch though, because think about it. It's like, what's happening? I think we're going back.
Do you remember?
Yeah, and you're like flying backwards.
God, it is really good. That ride is the best. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
was feeling so nervous, and then as soon as it actually like did the launch, and I heard that it was September, I was like, oh my god, and like all my nerves went away because then I was like, we got such a good one. You guys are good luck charms. This is so good. Screaming the whole time, just like, but it is good. It was really
It's
fun.
so good.
I mean, it is super
So
intense.
fun.
Like after it stopped and we got back, I was still like, but like, but it is good. It was, we had a really good time.
Very
Um,
good time.
After that, what happened? We like
We
took
went to
pictures for a second.
Mexico.
Oh, we went over to the best country in the world showcase. We went over to Mexico, which is also the only correct place to start your world showcase journey. And in the correct rankings of pavilions at Epcot, France is also the second best one. So it's good. You know, Mexico
And
first, France
Mexico's your
second.
first. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, we went to Mexico. We like went over to Cava. We had ourselves little avocado margs.
Avocado marg.
Your
Loved
first
it.
one,
That was my first
right?
one. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you a
Loved
convert
it.
now?
I
You're
am.
like,
I am.
she's that girl.
She's that girl.
They're so good. Yes, we had those. We hung out and vibed with the girlies for a bit and hung out for a little, and then it was time for us to like keep moving because we had more content to get. So we bounced. We headed our way to the front of the park. Quick changed again to be ready for MK, and then saw that Spaceship Earth was a short wait, so we got on it. And girl, I'm glad we did because they literally at the time of this recording just announced that they're refurbing it this summer. So it's like closing
I
for a
missed
while.
that. Shut the hell up. Are they
Yeah,
like
so we
adding
just did it.
anything or are they just refurbing?
They're probably just like freshening it up a little bit. I
Freshening it
don't
up.
think there's
Yeah.
like a new reskin or anything. I think it just needs, I mean, you saw when we were on it. There's a couple like
I mean,
crunchy parts that need some
but
help.
I like it. It's charming.
I
I
love
like
it.
the crunchy
It hits
parts, you
every
know?
time.
I'm
Every
like, wow,
time.
this is like the most 80s thing you could probably do in the world right now.
It's the best. I love it. I
It's
really
so
do
good.
love that attraction every time. It creeps me out though. I remember saying it to
It
you when we
definitely
were
creeps me
riding it.
out.
When you're going through, there's a spot specifically. It's like the part where you're going through like
Cavemen,
ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and then it gets to like, you know, the burning of the library at Alexandria, and it's like very dark and dim up
very
there.
spooky.
I'm like,
Lots
if
of
this ride
animatronic.
shut down and we were
Lots of
just sitting here,
animatronic.
I'd be like, oh, this is not good. And they're like all like old men too. It's like,
Yeah, they're so
but you're
creepy.
so old.
But you're so old. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, this is
It's
kind of
definitely
creepy.
creepy.
Please don't stop. And it did
Yeah.
break, but not there.
It
It
did
was when
break.
we were right about to get
It's
off.
right when we were about to get off, and I literally was like, man, I definitely am like a witch or something. Cause I literally was like, right before it happened, I was like, what did I say? I was like, we're
Yeah.
expecting delays now. I was like
Yeah.
just joking, like as
And
if
it was
it was
literally
gonna
like
break
two
down.
seconds before it actually
2
happened
seconds later, the announcement came out that was
and
like,
said exactly that. Yeah.
delay.
And I
I
was
was
like,
like,
cool.
creepy. Okay.
Yeah. Creepy.
Crip. But
Yeah. And it
also,
was crazy because we were like right at the exit. Like I
and we were
turned
like,
around
yeah,
and you
we
could
were like
see the
literally
like,
laying down.
yeah, literally like on our back. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do an impression of a hot dog. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. But it wasn't long. It was like 30 seconds. It wasn't even like that long of a delay. It was
Yeah, it was
fine.
like a couple minutes.
No, it wasn't. It was like so
Yeah, it
short.
was short. I feel like there's
Yeah.
always delays on that ride, but
Yeah. Old.
it is really crazy to me. Oh, somebody just walked in. Oh, it's Kevin. It's my cat.
Hi,
It is
Kevin.
really crazy to me though. Like we talked about this, that you're literally like inside the like spaceship or like the ball.
You're
I'm
in
like,
it.
how did they like make this? It's really
Yeah.
crazy.
It's the slowest roller coaster at Disney World. I mean, it's
Hello, Kevin.
literally just a tiny little track. And you're going up
Crazy.
a big lift and then you go down really, really slowly the whole way. It's very cool. Hi, Kevin. He's like, I need to be on the pod, the guest star of the
Say
week.
hello, Kebbies. Say hello, Kebbies.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Yeah, so we left there. We went over, took the monorail. We were planes, trains, and automobiles girly. So we got on the monorail over to the Magic Kingdom from Epcot over to the
Perfect
Transportation
timing too. It
Ticket
was like
Center.
becoming nighttime. It was dusk. The
Dusky.
lights were turning on. It was just very magical vibes. Very
Yeah.
magical. It was
All, as we've said repeatedly, all theme parks are better at nighttime at sundown and everything, but really some of them really, and I feel
and
like
Magic
Magic
Kingdom is that girl.
Kingdom,
Yeah.
especially Main Street, like
Ugh.
pulling up to Main Street with all the little like what are they called? The little like individual light
Bulbs.
bulbs that line
The twinkle light.
everything.
Well, then no, they're like bulbs.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. It's just like this warm glow all over everything. We are like, oh,
It was
feels like home,
so
honey.
it really was so
Yeah,
nice. That was it was tea. I know
it
I
was
said it
solid.
like, a while back that like MK was at the bottom of my list anymore, but then this trip kind of revitalized my love for it, honestly.
Yeah, it comes back to like the experience you have, I think. Because
Yeah, it
what
does.
we in the very first episode of this pod ever, you were talking about how you were coming off the heels of like a pretty
A
hellacious
horrible.
experience
Yeah,
there. So you're like, yeah, I
exactly.
hate it. But then we had such a great one this time, and it was like, oh, it really is the
Yeah,
best.
it really yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like more than any other girl, MK is the one that happens with. Like, I feel like you can have good and bad experiences at any of the four parks, but it's just like it feels more consistent. I feel like the highs and lows at Magic Kingdom are so extreme that it's like
So extreme.
when it's good, it's like, oh my god, that was
The
magic. It was
best thing
incredible. And when
ever.
it's not good, you're like, oh my
You're
god,
like, I
this is
literally want
hell on
to
earth.
die.
Yeah. But we
Yeah.
got there at the perfect time because it was not crowded. It was like the heat of the day was over. We were like, it was the last night of our trip. So we were in this like very sort of like romanticized, like kind of closing out. They're like, oh, this is so special, like whatever. And we like walked right up to Main Street and it was like, I don't honestly like 15, 20 minutes before the fireworks started. So we were like, we should get a good spot. And what was so great about where we were all the way
Well,
back by
we
that
had
was
some
like,
time to wander around Main Street too, which honestly, like, we did some shopping, we walked through the stores, like, we got some, like, snacks at the confectionery
yes,
place,
we
like,
did.
it was just, like that to me is, like, what Magic Kingdom is for. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need to be riding rides, like, I just love wandering around the entrance and, like, shopping and vibing. It was just, like, so good.
Love. Love it.
So good.
Mom. I'm a mom.
Mommy,
Mommy.
I'm a mom. Have you been
Mamacita.
watching Have you been
No.
watching it? Oh my god, you
No,
have
Lauren
to.
was like, "Do you watch Love Island?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Okay, you just have 20 episodes to catch up on." I was like,
It's
"Great, I'll get right on that."
That's why, like, you need to, like, maybe you start in the middle and, like, watch a catch up like, watch, like, a recap or something, but
Mhm.
it is really good. It is so good.
We'll see.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Mamacita.
Mamacita. No, I just know it from like being on social. It's like
Yeah,
that
because it's
sound
literally
is
all over social.
everywhere. Yeah. So we got our little treats. It was fun. We went to confectionery and we got our little pride treats, which were fun. We got little Mickey Rice
They were
Krispie
so
treats with the
good.
little
They were a little
rainbow
sweet.
sprinkies on them. They were very sweet, but it was cute. It was good for the gram too. We got a cute
Yeah.
pic with them. And we ended up so lucky with like an incredible vantage point with literally zero effort. We like walked out of confectionery. There was like honestly nobody around us, and it's not like we were being jerks. Like we didn't cut off anyone's view. We didn't like have to step on any toes or throw elbows. We had like plenty of space around us. Still had like a arguably I would say like the best view, because when you're back on Main Street, you get the full effect of the projection mapping plus the full castle and
Mhm.
fireworks. Like it was really nice, and we didn't have to
And you
like
could breathe. You're
camp
not, like,
out. We didn't
bumping
have to like
elbows with people. Yeah, it's yeah.
and when it was over, we had a very clear path to like move. It was just like very solid. So pro tip, like honestly, don't fight for the hub lawn unless you like
Don't fight for
really,
the hub.
really have never done it and like have to have that
Yeah.
experience. But like if you've seen Happily Ever After, girl, the real tea is
Go in
to
the
watch it
back.
from the
Go in the
back of
back of
Main
Main
Street.
Street. Mhm.
Way
Get back
easier, way
there.
more comfortable. Like it was great. So we watched Happily Ever After, which truly an 11 out of 10 show, hits every single time, just like beautifully constructed. I literally can't sing the praises of it enough. I'm like, the original song's amazing. I love the pacing of it. I love the story segments that they break it up into, like each section.
Yep.
I think that the like it starts so strong with like Little Mermaid into Princess and the Frog into
Hunchback.
Hunchback. I'm like boom boom boom. So solid, such a really great like start. And then the closing is also so good, closing with Hercules. It's like, "Oh my god, like it's really is that
It's an
girl.
amazing,
It's that
amazing
girl."
show. Every time I see it, I'm just like, "Oh, it really is the best."
It's incredible. Yeah, so we watched the show. Both of us were like, "Oh my god!" Like at the end, and then yeah, and I mean, it honestly wasn't even that crazy when the show let out because it wasn't super crowded. We like dipped into the Emporium and walked through the Emporium, swimming upstream.
Might I add, that was like we had a great, interaction with a cast member before Happily Ever After. That kind of we were like, "Well, what do you think is, like, the best thing to do after the show?" Like, whatever. She gave us, like, the tip to, like, literally go against the crowd and just, like, see what you can do, like, all the rides are still open. Catch one last ride. We were like, "Okay, yeah, sure, let's do it."
And we
So
sure
we
did.
literally walked right up inside the Emporium, all the way, like, the opposite way of everybody else, and there was, like, a very clear path, like, you don't even realize it, but they do, like, carve out a path for, like, both ways of traffic. So and there of course, there's, like, nobody like, the path that's going
Going back. Yeah.
back. So, I mean, we made our way so fast up and into
Yep.
Adventureland, and then, like, we were like, "Well, what do we wanna do?"
Yep. So we cut through back over into like Frontierland because we were like, oh, we should go look at the Liberty Bell before it closes and before Rivers America. And honestly, what a magical moment because it
Magical.
was nobody around.
Beautiful. There was not a
Nobody
soul.
there. Is literally Frontierland was like for Nick and Eric that
Dead.
night. Like
It
there
was
was
so
no one there. They were
it was
just you could just
so
hear the
pretty.
like soft like banjo music stringing in the background. This like warm glow of the lights. You could see the
The
Rivers of
lights, oh
America
my
and
god.
everything. Liberty Bell all lit up. We were like, wow, this is
Literally,
so
it's so
cool.
sad because that really might be, like I mean, I'm going in November, but I'm sure that it'll be, like, fully construction walls at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It was
crazy.
really nice. And we're walking, and then you can see Princess Tati's Bayou Dip in the distance, and it's all lit up and it's like beautiful. And literally, just from like looking at it, we were like, wow, that's so cool. Oh my God, what are we going to do?
Yeah, because
And we're like, should we
we
just see
noticed
if
that it
it's
was running.
open?
We
Yeah.
noticed we saw some logs going down,
And
so
we
we
were
were like, "What
like,
do we"
so we walked back in there, and there were some CMs standing there, and we were like, are you guys like still taking people, whatever? And they were like, yeah, I mean, it's just you and the logs at this point. Go on. And we literally walked right
walked right
on
on.
through the queue, all the way up through and everything. Your first time. I was like, wow, you're so lucky. And I was like,
I
the way to ride
literally
this is at night too, because at nighttime it's so gorgeous. Like the lighting they put on all the water and everything is so beautiful. And yeah, we
like,
walked right on that ride,
truly,
baby.
it couldn't have gone any better.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Wow, this
Yep.
never happens."
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yep. So we got right on the ride, didn't even break. I was like, oh my God, something's going to break. Like, this is too good to be true.
Everything
Didn't
was
break.
working.
Everything worked. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah, it
wow.
was really good.
So
I
you got to really
loved it
do it.
so much. I loved it so much. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sure if
such a
I would
fun
have
one.
had to wait, like, 2 hours for it, I would have had a different experience, but, like, I thought it was a 10 out of 10 for me, for
Yeah,
real.
really special. Yeah, super fun to do at nighttime. Very cool experience. Like, had a great time. It was so cool to be able to, when you're like going around in the log, like you can see the whole park from up there and everything in the dark, like glowing and everything. Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing.
So we did that. We got off. We didn't even really get that soaked, which was nice
Nope.
because it was like the
Nope.
end of the night. So I was like, all right, I don't really want to be wet right now. So
But
we
we
got to
weren't.
do that. And it was like a beautiful close to the night. It was like a really
Yeah,
special
then we
experience.
like walked around the hub for a little bit, got more pics around the castle. Like we were just like it was vibes.
Living. Yeah.
Living.
Yeah. It was so good with the
It
land.
was so good.
Yep. It was awesome. And then we just kind of like did the classic like wistful look back at the castle as you have to do every time you leave. And we got out of there and it was like a really really solid experience, like really great way to close out the trip. Honestly, don't
Yeah.
think we could have done it better. From like starting at Animal Kingdom in the morning strong with like Conquering a Fear of Mine, riding Flight of Passage, to seeing new shows at Hollywood Studios, to doing like a fan favorite like Guardians, and like popping into the best pavilion in the World Showcase, to then closing out the night with Happily Ever After and your first ride on Princess Tati's like Bayou Dip. It was really like a 10
Like
out of 10
that's
day.
literally a 10 out of 10 day.
Yeah. We set the bar really high. It's going to be hard to top that on our next
It's
trip.
like it's like, damn, that was really like the perfect day.
Yeah, we really did it.
We
So,
really
guess we
did
have to
that
do it in
thing.
Disneyland now. We have to go over there for the
Yeah, we do.
70th
And we
and
will.
like really do
And
it
we
up.
will.
Stay tuned,
And we will.
kiddies. And we will. Yes, you do. Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
that
it.
got me like a little just talking
Yeah, it was
about it.
good.
I was like, wow, so
Yep.
beautiful.
It was so good. We had such a great experience and it was so fun to like bring you all along with us. Like, it was
Yeah,
we being able to recap it with y'all and hang out. It was great. So I feel like this brings us to a great opportunity to think about the future and discuss what's next.
the
So,
future.
my dear friends, as the time of that you're
Future.
listening to this pod, it's almost July. We're like July Eve. We're coming up on Independence Day. America, you're not getting a birthday this year. I'm sorry. You've been a bad girl.
Screw
I'm not
you,
celebrating your
America.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
America
Been a
has a problem,
bad,
as Queen Bee
bad,
says.
bad girl.
Yeah, you naughty,
A
naughty
very,
monkey.
very
You wicked, wicked
bad
monkey.
girl, Gaga.
Yeah. Side note, I'm so excited. I'm literally seeing
Oh my
Beyonce
God, period.
on
Well, we still need to
4th of
talk about it
July.
because I
Yeah.
need to talk to somebody about it. It's
Yes. After I
incredible.
get back, we need to do a full recap because we need to
Yeah.
discuss the
Mm-hmm.
magic of Cowboy Carter. But anyway,
Incredible.
that's what I'm doing on 4th of July. So that's really the only thing that I'll be celebrating that day. But
Honestly, that's the
can't
best
wait.
way to spend 4th of July. It's yeah, the only way, really.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah, it
probably
should be
watch it on
fun.
YouTube. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. So that's the plan. But we just wanted to say it's summertime, school's out. We're going to take a little brief, little summer break, little summer breather. People are traveling here, there, and everywhere.
Couple
There's stuff
weeks.
going on. Yeah, we just need a little time. We want you to have a little break from listening to us yapping. And Lord knows you need it.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a little bit of time for ourselves to do some traveling and bebopping around and doing stuff. But if you're not following us on social, now is the perfect time to do that because you'll hear from us there. During the break, we'll be active, we'll be on social, but also our announcement of like our return date, when we're coming back, and the countdown to that will also go live on social first. So just make sure that you're like aware and following along because you'll hear it
Follow
there
along.
first. But honestly, it's been such a delight recapping this trip and
It
sharing it
really
all with
has.
you.
It made me so happy.
Yeah, I loved it. And I can't wait for what's next and what's to come on Ears to It.
Me too, honey.
Lots of exciting things in the works, so stay tuned, kiddies.
Stay tuned. Like,
Until
subscribe,
next
follow.
time. Yes, that's right. Like and subscribe for more. This was Ears to It. I'm Eric,
And I'm Nick.
and we'll see you real
Bye-bye.
soon.
We'll see you real
Bye.
soon.